What's up? What's up? What's happening? Aquarius, welcome to Violet Eyes Tarot. My name's Metaphor. Today we're gonna be looking at. All right. They already want to pop out, but that was way too many cards. I did not look. All right. So let's see what's as I tune in to enter Aquarius energy, I ask for a clear channel protection. And when this reading is done, I leave all of Aquarius energy on the table, take my energy back, the viewer takes their energy back, and so everything goes back to its rightful owner. All right, Aquarius, here we go. Whew. All right, so Aquarius, looks like you've played, you've played your cards well. All right, you've done a lot of planning. Things have reached a high peak, a culmination, a goal, right? You've reached the goal. Where you're at right now, the Tower reversed. So the Tower, the Tower represents chaos energy. It's that element of here comes the much needed change, and it's either not here yet, it's about to be, or you're in it and you're being passive aggressive about it. Where you're going to is seeing things in a completely different perspective, and only to realize, right, after the Hanged Man comes death, only to realize that you've yet to implement that transformation, Aquarius. So basically, yes, it's true, the Tower is a sudden disruption, right? But there are times when we know it's here, we can all smell the poop, and it's like, all right, who's gonna say something about it? Who's gonna take the trash out? The house is starting to stink. Who's gonna take the trash out? We're all looking in the room at each other, and it's like, this is just a metaphor, but it's like the tension's building up in the home, so to speak. And then there's all these mental conversations going on, right? I took out the trash last time. Why doesn't she take it out this time? And this could be a roommate situation, all right? Doesn't have to be like a partner, like marriage thing type. No, this could be, it's going to apply different to everybody. But it's definitely a living situation in which it's just not working out anymore. There's a tension building. It could be the couple against the situation, the apartment, or it could be, it could be against each other, like an issue that is just not being had with each other. That could be part of the reason too. With the Six of Cups here, I feel like, there's compassion desired on both ends. Aquarius, I feel like you are way too sensitive, too sensitive to a fault almost. Like, you gotta just say it. You gotta just strip the band-aid off and just like, all right, just say it, or just do it. Just take the trash out yourself. Use your discernment, of course, if that trash does happen to be your significant other. You're going towards a new... Taking care of this trash is just going to reignite your passion, both in love and with your, in your life. Like, this change is what's needed. Oh, yeah, so what I was going to say is that, it's a sudden change, the Tower, and I feel like somebody is avoiding it because it's like, no, I don't want that sudden change, I want that gradual. But we forget that the universe is gradual. It's kind of like I said, like, you're gonna go from here to the Hanged Man. After the Hanged Man comes death. So what does that tell you? Well, that tells me that you're gonna have this change that you're avoiding. It's inevitable, it's here, just take it on. Then you're gonna have a moment of clarity, and then you're gonna have the real transformation. So you're avoiding it because you don't want it sudden, but there's still this gradual period that you have to go through. Like, this is just the catalyst. You still got the process to go through to where this catalyst, it's actually gonna implement the change. You see what I mean? So it's kind of like, what you waiting for? And then So you're leaving behind all this sneaking around, you know, all this beating around the bush, all this like energy of I'm not gonna say it, I'm just gonna think it, I'm gonna let it fester, and passive aggressiveness. And it's just, you don't want to do that. You know, you've been there. You don't want to do that, because things are different now. You're in a new paradigm. Pluto's in your sign. We're all in a new paradigm. So, you know, the three of wands, it's kind of like, yeah, that's how things used to work in the past. That might have gotten you where you're at here, but that information is no longer valid. Like that software, like we're already past that. And you have the possibility here. All right, it seems like you've mastered the suits, right? You got to an emperor level, like you mastered that game. And it's kind of sad to see your sandcastle getting washed away, but here brings the promise that you can get from point A to point Z, right? And that's not Z, but that's still getting from the ace of clubs to the queen of clubs. That's very promising. All you gotta do is take this step. And it's really, all you really gotta ask yourself is, well, where do I feel better? Just go towards what feels good. Go towards what feels natural. Aquarius, I hope that helped you. See you next time. Peace.